All right, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz joins me now. Good to see you again. So the J6 committee wouldn't allow Americans to hear the other side, the J6 Soviet-style committee that we saw. And now Alvin Bragg is hiding emails that prove that his star witness is effectively a lying sleazeball. And I think that says a lot about the efforts to get Donald Trump. The assault that they've leveled on the justice system and their desperation to get Trump has been really incredible to watch.
Undeniably, and the American people see through it. About 54% of the country, as the result of a recent Reuters poll, have indicated that they believe this to be a political prosecution, and we don't want that to happen in our country. We also are deeply concerned in Congress that federal funds may be improperly used, and even that the special counsel statute may need some tailoring. Whether it was Bill Clinton or Donald Trump, special counsels were appointed, and then very ancillary things became animated and a part of efforts to work against those two presidents. So we might even find some bipartisan agreement from Bill Clinton that what starts as a special counsel investigation shouldn't germinate subsequently in some ancillary criminal prosecution.
That's well said. You know, the committee, the J6 committee, recommended charges against Donald Trump 3 months ago. We still haven't heard anything. It's been a while.
They really were gearing at this outcome from the start. There was no sincere legislative effort from the January 6th committee. There was no purpose to try to protect the Capitol. The entire purpose of that committee forming was to send a criminal referral to an all-too-willing Merrick Garland, and now there is a special counsel. I'm worried that that investigation is violating civil rights. I'm worried that that investigation is predicated on improper work product. Dan Bishop and I are probably the only Republicans that have gone through the January 6th committee's work. It's crazy how they targeted people's bank records and phone records with such particularity. You can see when Bernie Carrick bought a $7 coffee from McDonald's, for goodness sakes, and now they're handing that information off to Jack Smith with the hopes of using the criminal process to achieve objectives that they cannot achieve at the ballot box.
It is something. You and 5 colleagues introduced legislation this week to halt spending toward a brand new FBI headquarters. I can't imagine why you think the FBI doesn't want a new home or doesn't deserve a new home.
A $375 million complex larger than the Pentagon is what Nancy Pelosi approved in the lame duck Congress. I believe this Republican majority should claw that back. All of the rot that we see at the FBI can pretty much be traced back to where I'm sitting now in Washington, D.C., or where you're sitting in New York. We have brave FBI agents who do great work all around the country. They're not part of the problem. The problem is political capture of the FBI, and it is nuts to take an entity that is about 2.5% of the United States military and give them an operations center here in the Washington area larger than the Pentagon. We ought to do something about that.
It's astonishing what we spend our money on. Congressman Matt Gaetz, thank you so much, and thank you for your help and support getting us back onto DirecTV as well. We really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Glad to have you back. My parents are thrilled.